If you're doing an engine swap in an OBS truck like I am, a lot of times we just get it in there, get it running, and then we worry about other stuff like AC. And you know, we're a front serpentine bracket company, so of course we're going to use our bracket, but when we started putting together the AC lines for this project, we realized that a universal kit doesn't work because it's not going to have the correct fitting for, like, say, this dryer. And some of these fittings are a little bit different to come by. Different years have different ones. And so we saw an opportunity to provide a solution to you guys of coming up with a kit that works specifically for your OBS truck, whether that's an 88 to 93, a 94, 95, or a 96 and later. Each one of those has a little bit of difference here or there, whether that's an SAE or the dryer being slightly different. But the other thing is, well, which AC compressor are you going to use? Are you going to use the Sandin Mini like we have here on our high and tight? Are you going to have the large Sandin HD compressor, or are you going to try to reuse your R4 compressor? Whichever one of those three you're going to use, we've come up with a specific kit that allows you to mount up to your factory system, which, let's be honest guys, in these OBS trucks, they weren't that bad. I mean, it was actually some decent AC. If we're talking about an old C10, we're talking about vintage air more than likely, unless the system's been really well serviced. But in this, you know, we can save a little bit of money, reuse the system we have, maybe look forward in the future to a vintage air system, but let's get this thing cold for this summer. And that's what we've done here. Now, here in a moment, I'm going to highlight just a couple of the features that really make this stand out, really make it a product that you're going to want to look at. One of the features that sets this kit apart is it actually does come with a trinary switch that is in the hard line, so that you control the compressor when it's in a low pressure condition, a high pressure condition, or it also gives you the option to turn on a fan. Now, one of the great things, and one of the reasons why we chose to go with a trinary switch, is you can wire it as a simple binary switch where it's just controlling the compressor on the high and low pressure. We have this really nice hard line coming through here, so that's going to be more like factory. It's going to wear better. That way the AC hose isn't rubbing against your core support here and getting it damaged. So it's just one more level of quality that we're trying to bring, trying to think forward to make this project easier for you. And yeah, so this is going to be a great option and included in every single AC kit. Here we have the suction and discharge ports, both with service ports, easily accessible. So that's one more thing that we're doing to make sure that this is a complete kit for you. I want to draw attention to the dryer here. One of the important things to remember is, you know, that has a bunch of desiccant in it that absorbs moisture. And when you get a new dryer, it actually comes as a sealed container. You don't want to open that until the moment when you're actually ready to pull a vacuum on it, because it will just suck in all the moisture out of the air, and then it won't be as effective and your AC system won't work as well. So that's something to really highlight about the importance of not opening the dryer before you're ready to pull suction. But the AC hoses lay nice and clean here. The liquid line here is the OEM one. You will just reuse that, but we do provide the bent hard line, the fittings here, the trinary switch, and the suction and discharge to get you going, so you can bolt this up and pull a vacuum and get some AC over the course of a weekend. We've assembled a group of parts here that should be as complete as possible in order to get this job done for you. So we have the line that goes from the dryer to the compressor, and then also from the compressor out to the condenser. Now, we're going to have this little fitting in between that, and that's what your trinary switch is going to screw into. It also comes with a relay, so that when you figure out how you're going to wire up your fan or whatever, that's included in the kit. We also are including a little thing of PAG oil here. Now, that's not to add any to the compressor or anything like that. That's to lubricate the O-rings that are on the fittings here, so you get a nice seal there. So once again, trying to have those extra things, and it also comes with O-rings in the package there. And then we have a pre-bent hard line that goes through the firewall and actually connects to the condenser. So once again, this is going to be really close to what you would get at an AC shop anyway, and everything's already crimped for you. You don't have to search for fittings, don't have to pick up the fittings, clock everything, have them crimped back and forth. Should save you a lot of time. A core value at Kwik Performance is to have really good installation instructions so that your installation can go quick. So we work really hard to make sure that they're complete, They're understandable, they have pictures, and so when you get your kit, you should be able to actually read through this. Please read through them, and it should make installing it so much easier. And we also have included wiring diagram for it to be wired as either a trinary or a binary, and these are also available on our website and our tech portal. So once again, we're just trying to make this as easy for you as possible, and if you ever have any questions, please just reach out to us at the number right down here. Thanks. There are 3 main compressors that we decided to make these hose kits around, and those are the ones most likely going to be used in an OBS. So you have the R4 compressor that came in the vehicles from 88 to 95. There was a switch over and an R34 switch over, a lot going on with the R4. But a lot of times if you're doing an engine swap, you're going to be switching to a sand-in compressor. And you know, as many problems as people have had with R4s over the years, you know, that's sometimes they want to go into, you know, a more modern design. And so we can mount either to the R4, the Sand-in Mini, or the Sand-in HD. And each one of these has little slightly different model numbers, but that's how I designate them, the Mini and the HD. And that's not going to matter too much, whether you have an LS engine, a big block, a small block. If you have our bracket on it, these hoses are designed to work with these compressors. So if you have an 88 to 93, that's going to be an SAE version. We have 3 flavors here. Then again, 94, 95, we're going to have 3 versions of that as well, and that's going to be a metric. So which one do you have? And we'll help you select which one you need. Thanks.